Hey guys, it's me, Annie, and here am I again attempting to make a video. So let's see how well it's gonna go this time. Let's go. So, for those of you who don't know, hi, my name is Annie. I'm an artist, and I'm still currently in school. Here are some cards I've made just for myself for a class project. So, I had a failed graduation in 2020 and just graduated again in 2024 for college. But right now, let's not talk about that. We're going to move on. And not only did I get myself an editor, say hi, editor, they also designed this little cat and also some other things for me to design. So I'll be doing the cat today. I'm going to be using this piece of recycled material as the base and this recycled bottle as the body. So let's bring it all over to the side. And after I put the soda bottle on, I had to put some cardboard around it because it burned, the hot glue burned it, and it needs more structure in order for later when I put paper mache around it. So most of it is recycled material, and I tried to make it so that the cat was laying down, but it was still holding something. So here we are. I'm gonna be using an X-Acto knife to cut off the extra for the tail that is connected to the body, as well as making some feet for it. There we go. And afterwards, I decided to get rid of the body after I spent all that time. And I decided to change up the position of it as well. This took 2 long days of work, but it's alright because it's recycled material, and so I didn't waste a lot of work. I decided to try my best to use the body, but I just ended up making an entirely new body. Even though it does look the same, you'll see later that it kind of has a different form. But I tried my hardest, best I could, but I guess it's also my fault for attempting to go into it blind, as you could say. And so I tried my hardest, playing around, going off script. Even this video is technically off script if it wasn't for the help of my editor. As you can see here, I'm struggling with the feet. And so I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna do it so it doesn't make it look weird when the tail is connected to the rest of the body. So after going through all the stress of putting the cardboard together, I finally got to the paper mache. Technically, all you have to do is cut up pieces of paper. I have here of an old book that was donated to the library and the library didn't want it anymore, so I took it. Free stuff, I guess. Free stuff, I always say, is yours to take. Anyways, I just shredded up the pieces of paper. You can also use magazine. And I use a little bit of glue and water. That's technically all you need. And you put it in on the sculpture. I hear someone laughing at me in the corner. It's probably my editor. And there's also the second body behind it. As you can see, like I said, they are very different. But anyways, I've seen a lot of people do different recipes for the paper mache. I've seen people do concrete if they want for outdoor sculptures. I've seen people put baking soda and flour. But I just use regular glue and water. That's technically all you need for basic paper mache. It's also very common in piñatas. So after I added the ears and the hands, I didn't realize I was off center, so it was awkward. And in order to clear out those weird gaps, I added some more hot glue just to make it less awkward of a gap. after making sure everything was paper mache, at least 3 to 4 layers, depending on the area. I made sure it dried for at least 2 days, and I went over it all in white paint, and in the back I added 2 long brown strips. Though at the end of the day, my editor said I could just paint the cat one singular color and be done with it, which in hindsight I probably should have done, but I was too lazy. And here is the second body of the cat. Like I said, I finally came up with an idea for it. Can you guys guess it before I say what it is? So I first started with a quick layer of white to cover up the background, the paper mache underneath, to make sure it wouldn't show, and then I did a mixture of a dark gray. I didn't mix it correctly, so I had to do more than one coat. This in itself took longer than the entire project together. So after a while of doing those 2 coats, I decided to put little circles around it on each side and to connect it with the headphones. So, can you guys guess what it was yet? For those of you who don't actually know who this is, the extra body that was left over from the cat is none other than Twitch streamer Queso. I'm trying not to laugh too hard. So I've been watching him recently while I've been making this sculpture, and because I had to get rid of the body, I thought this would be a perfect substitute for the extra body. I know it's kind of lifeless, but I'll fix that later. Anyways, here's the cousin of the cat, my first sculpture, and it came out completely better than the cat itself. It's a little frog eating a pastry. I'm actually did this sculpture for a class project, which is why it came out better than instead of personal. But overall, I had a fun time making it. In the future, I definitely will have thought of it better and looked at more references than just diving headfirst into it. But still, I had a great time. Can't wait for the next project. And then here's also Queso. Added some nice white shinies to his eyes just to make sure his eyes weren't lifeless. But yeah, overall, had a fun time. Next time, though, we're gonna have more of a plan. Maybe. Well, thanks guys for watching. So I hope you guys stay tuned for this new art journey that I'm on. Me and my new editor. That's all. I appreciate everything.